Hello again, it's me, Lulu Mark 1, back with another Laura Bow stream. I know it's been a little while, there's been a lot going on with us. Long story short, my wife got fired. Look in the news if you want more info about that. Oh, they hate the trannies. All right, oh, that's probably gonna get me demonetized on YouTube. Luckily, I don't have monetization on YouTube. Pog! So, if I recall correctly, the last thing that I did was, I attempted to go, I found out that the real Dagger of Amon Ra was in the gift shop in the fake Dagger of Amon Ra display case. And then while I was in there inspecting it, jerk-ass Nazi, whatever his name is, he made me leave, and then as soon as I got back in there, the knife was gone. So I'm currently suspecting him of at least confabulating with the knife. Where am I? Oh, I'm this guy's hat right now. He confabulated with it. Don't you know? Ba-do-ba-do. Ba-do-do-do-do.
Young lady, if you want to ask me questions for your newspaper, that's fine, but don't just stand here trying to make small talk just so you can bask in my presence.
I wasn't. I promise. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not a problem. I think I already talked to you about everything there is to talk to you about. That's gonna get... What is it? He confabulated with the knife?
You already asked me that, you silly female.
You silly female. Pog! Gender-affirming misogyny! You silly female. No, he's not an incel, Katie. He can pay people to have sex with him just fine.
If you want to know my theory about it, I think it was stolen by an Egyptian. No offense to your people, Mr. Nagier, but I think there is a secret sect of Egyptian sun worshippers.
Sorry, madam?
Who sent an envoy here to steal the dagger.
Egyptians?
Countess, I hardly think that's likely. Secret sects like you're describing haven't existed in hundreds of years.
Oh, really? And what makes you such an authority on secret sects, Mr. Nagier?
Well, I am only expressing my opinion, madam. I'm certainly not an expert on the subject.
Quite so. I think my theory is as good as anyone's, darling, and I heard it from a reliable source.
Oh? Who was that?
Never mind. Let's just say my source has never been wrong before.
There's always a first time for everything, Countess. I still find your theory far-fetched.
Since you seem to be listening, Miss Bow, what do you think of my theory?
What? Oh, I definitely think it's worth considering, Countess.
There, you see, Mr. Nagier, the press takes me seriously.
The press takes me seriously.
Of course, it is kind of far-fetched.
Well, I never. Excuse me.
Oh, did I say something wrong? I'm sorry.
let it be known, Mr. Nagier, not as expert on secret sex.
So that's the
No,
deal,
I didn't want to
Countess.
do that.
I'd rather not talk about it right now.
I skipped some other conversation,
Yeah,
presumably.
no kidding. The wall's got ears around here. And so does certain nosy reporters, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I simply must speak to Dr. Carrington.
Sure thing, Toots.
It made me immediately do the cutscene again. That was so weird. I wanted to go to the next room. Oh, I should go see what she's got to say to Dr. Carrington. Presumably. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and ancient religious groups. You didn't even try. You didn't even try a little bit. You know? Oh, come on, girl. You can go through the fucking screen. Really? Can't, nothing? You got nothing for me? Okay. Well, let's slowly meander back. What? No, you can't. These people aren't real.
Good evening. I'm the snobby. Good evening. The snob.
Yeah, these aren't real people. This music is so fucking dumb. I love it and I hate it. Wrong button. Over here.
Well, ain't you the hoity-toity dame these days? I almost didn't recognize you with your clothes on.
There's a lot going on
Excusez-moi,
here.
am I knowing you, sir?
Ziggy's my moniker. You gonna pretend you doesn't know me?
You are making the joke with me, no? Perhaps you have confused me with someone else?
I ain't joking. You're a bit Delacroix. I'd know that body of yours anywheres.
I am sure I am not knowing what you mean, Monsieur Ziggy.
Oh, I get it. Yous is worried one of these hi-hats is gonna hear us, right? Oh, okay. I'm clued in. We can talk later.
Well, that wasn't very helpful. I have a feeling I'm not supposed to just listen to the same like eavesdrop in the same spot over and over again. I have a feeling I'm supposed to go back and forth. So that's what I'm gonna. Where are you going, ma'am? Madam! I clicked in the middle of the screen. Guess I can't. Yeah, I guess I can't. Gotta figure out what happened to the knife. Wait, Yvette's just gone. Hold on a second. I love how sprinkly I get when I go far away. Look at how sprinkly I am. I shouldn't have done this. Taking so long. It's taking so fucking long.
Back to the rotunda, Fräulein. The rest of the museum is off limits. And you are spooking their mastodons.
Sorry. Well, excuse me, princess. Spooking their mastodons.
You hear nothing of it. You hear you hear
Thought I'd check.
It's
Yeah, I know, Katie. I understand. I'm trying to look at other stuff right now. And I don't, like I said, I don't think I'm supposed to just keep eavesdropping in the same place. I don't know if that's right, but it wouldn't seem like that's what I'm supposed to do. But I didn't get anything useful out of Ziggy, so maybe there is actually. I mean, obviously there is, or else you wouldn't be.
Are you enjoying the culinary delights this evening, Miss Delacroix?
this food, it is adequate. I do not eat so much. This way I maintain my figure, no?
Ah, yes, and a lovely figure it is, Miss Delacroix.
Merci, Dr. Carrington. You are so kind.
I feel we've known each other long enough. Please call me Archibald.
As you wish, Archibald. I am yours to command.
Archibald!
as always.
Don't
Miss Bow,
fucking
is there
choke
something
on
I
it.
can do for you?
Oh, no. I was just admiring Miss Delacroix's dress.
Merci, Miss Bow. And your gown, it is a bit out of date, but charming nonetheless.
Thank you, I think.
Well, if you ladies will excuse me, I must mingle with the guests.
Yeah, give me shit. I haven't gotten anything useful in like 3 combos. Steve Door, yeah, the Steve Door thing happened already. Don't worry. It was really creepy and weird. I like forced heterosexual romance by men who don't know anything about what appeals to women. Very strange, very bizarre series of cutscenes that happened at the end of the last stream. Oh, okay, can't do this. Really? Oh, okay. Weird. This is a very strange section of the game, I must say. Presumably they didn't expect you to exhaust every single dialogue option as soon as all of the characters were available to speak to you at the party. But of course, with this being a Sierra point-and-click adventure game, that is the only correct thing to do. Because if you progress too far past a certain point, then you won't be able to pick up conversation topics anymore. Yeah, the game kicks you out of the room when you spook Zero Mastodons. I think. I'll double check, but I'm almost positive that's what's been happening. When he stopped me from being
Back to the rotunda, Fräulein.
fuck, what's it called? Gift
The
shop.
rest of the museum
I
is off limits.
immediately
Und
came
you
here,
are
and he
spoking
was
the
here again.
mastodons.
I couldn't look around. It was weird. I was very surprised that he just immediately got back here before I did. Yeah, so that was it. There's just not much to do.
You hear no- you hear. Looking at a small portion of... Yes, there are definitely ferns. As you study everything in this room, you feel like you're being watched. Then you realize that the enormous eyes of Ramses II seem to be scrutinizing your every movement.
Ramses the Second. Stop being so horny, Miss Narrator Girl. It's fucking upsetting me.
Well, well, look what the leprechaun's dragged in.
Oh my god.
Hey, now watch what yous calls me, O'Reilly. I don't know what that leprechaun thing is, but I don't like the sound of it.
I'm sure you've been called worse things, smart guy.
Only by low-class type poisons, O'Reilly. By the way, ain't you afraid of being seen with me?
Cops talk to stoolies all the time, and I was wondering what you're doing here.
I'm a big patron of the arts. That's the kind of high-class guy I am.
High-class guy.
You don't even know what the word patron means.
I does too.
Okay, what does patron mean?
Hey, ain't that the countess I see over there? I needs to talk to her.
Okay. Oh wait. Is that Gorbedeld? Not okay. That's not Gorbedeld. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that in this part of the game, I'm just supposed to be walking back and forth between these three screens, listening to conversations and trying to take notes. I don't think you can talk to Steve Dorr, the stevedore.
One thing I am admiring about the Egyptian man is the way he is treating his woman, with the strong hand and the firm words.
Well, that is the proper way, as our culture teacheth us.
Which is not to say our culture is primitive by any means. Our civilization has evolved over thousands of years, so our methods are quite well thought out and practical.
And the Egyptian man, he is very skilled in the private matters as well, no?
Well, speaking for myself, I feel it is my sacred duty to be knowledgeable in all matters that concern me.
I've certainly had no complaints about my skills, Mrs. Delacroix.
Ah, Miss Bow, I didn't see you standing there.
Ahem. Well, I hear another turkey leg calling my name at the buffet table, so if you'll excuse me.
What?
The turkey leg, it sounds good to me also. I'll accompany you, Dr. Smith.
That's the other Egyptian guy.
Countess, they tell me you were married to the last museum president, no?
Yes, darling, that's correct. Sterling Waldorf Carlton was such a charming man, and so wealthy. My heart is just an empty void without him.
Yes, Sterling was such a nice man. It's too bad that he's worm food now.
Ew! I prefer to think that Sterling is still with me in spirit.
Oh, I'm sure his body is crawling with maggots by now. But if his spirit is with you, let me know because I'd love to see it.
It is hard to lose a loved one, no? I understand you were only married this short time, Countess.
Yes, I had only 2 short but charming months of married life.
Why,
with Sterling
no, officer!
before he died.
And how long had you known this man before you were married?
Oh, we met just 1 charming month before we decided to get married. It was love at first sight.
Where did you meet him?
Oh, I had only been in this country a few weeks when I met Sterling on an offshore casino ship. It's quite legal to drink and gamble there, you know, and all the right people attend. Sterling was so charming, he just swept me off my feet.
This Sterling, he must have had the large broom.
The large broom. Why was he so angry in French?
You must have inherited a nice fortune, Countess.
The money doesn't matter, darling. Actually, there's an annoying problem with the estate right now. It seems Sterling was changing his will when he died to give me more money, perhaps. Anyway, I'm sure my attorney will take care of the problem.
Too bad you can't dig him up to finish his new will.
Yes, quite.
These, okay. The spelling and spacing and capitalization of the dialogue, they're like Tumblr posts. Like, what is going on? Yeah, I want to definitely eavesdrop on our Gorbadale.
The archaeology, it is such a masculine profession. Breaking into the ancient tombs with your sledgehammer, thrusting your way into the treasure chambers, touching the gold artifacts.
Madam!
It is also stimulating, no?
Madam!
Yes. Well, when you put it that way, I guess it is rather stimulating being the most important archaeologist of all time.
And it is such a burden to bear this greatness, no? With such pressure to perform, you must be perfect all the time.
Yes, you have a unique understanding of my problems, Yvette.
Your problems, they are obvious, no?
Very kind of you to say that, but there are many who misinterpret my actions. They don't understand the pressure of having famous relatives in the same line of work, and having to compare oneself to them all the time.
But the Tutankhamun find, it is nothing when compared to your discovery, no?
Correct. I didn't realize you knew so much about archaeology.
I know many things, Dr. Carter.
So I've heard. Maybe we should discuss archaeology sometime.
I'd love to hear about the work you do, Dr. Carter. Perhaps later tonight?
Will you be working late tonight?
Oh, yes. I think everyone will be here tonight, no? There is much to be done to prepare for the opening of your exhibit tomorrow.
I was planning a break for tea around 3 a.m. if you'd like to join me.
It sounds wonderful. Perhaps you would come by my office then?
I'd be delighted.
It is so gracious of you to take the time to speak with me.
Nonsense. Think nothing of it.
How will I ever repay you for this courtesy? I know how busy you are, Dr. Carter.
I'm sure we'll think of something. And call me Pippin.
No, I won't do that. It's a stupid name, and it makes you sound stupid. Okay, I'm gonna head back to the center. Check. You know what? Let's give us a Saberoonie. Okay, there's those two. And I want to see who's over here before I decide. Oop. Ba-da-ba. Thanks for the head pat, son. I needed to get my stream manager back up. Had a feeling. Might have had some when I saw some new people come in. I really still need to get my VTuber avatar fixed. Like I said, there's been a lot going on, and President fired my wife. Ugh. You will keep petting until it starts working. Aww. Who's that guy? Is that fucking Han Solo was invited? I didn't know that. You guys see this Jedi here? What?
I told you to stop bothering me, you camel driver.
Oh God.
Dr. Carter, I will stop bothering you when the dagger is safely back in Cairo.
I don't know if you've noticed, but the bloody dagger has been stolen from the bloody museum, you great twit.
I see no reason to exchange epithets with you, Dr. Carter. I am aware of the burglary. I am also aware that no evidence was left behind.
Yeah.
And the dagger case was not harmed. In fact, I think you removed the dagger from the exhibit.
Me? Me? And what bloody reason would I have to steal my own bloody dagger from my own bloody exhibit?
The dagger is not yours, Doctor. It belongs to the Egyptian people. As to why you stole it, I do not pretend to understand your twisted American thinking. Perhaps you wanted to keep the dagger for yourself, in your own private collection.
Perhaps I should ask why you're shifting the blame onto me, you insignificant peasant. It would be very clever of you to steal the dagger, then stay about to start rumors about someone else stealing it.
Only an archaeological thief would make such an accusation, Doctor. Now I'm sure that you stole it for yourself.
I did not.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Did not.
Did.
Did not.
Did.
Gentlemen, please.
Gentlemen, please.
Who asked you?
Mind your own business, you nosy reporter.
But
I have more important things to do.
Our discussion is far from over, Dr. Carter.
That's what you think, you malodorous buffoon.
Amazing. Okay, so this is now Smith, the Michaelos, and the Waldorf Carter. This is oh, it's fucking the creepy guy who stalked me. Yeah, let's go talk to him. I don't think I actually got to malodor. Okay, well, that gets to be, well, unfortunately we have to replace I want to marry an archaeologist. But it's gonna be malodorous buffoon. Sir, I have so much to ask you. Why did you stalk me? Why am I in love with you despite not consenting to that?
Are you having a nice evening, Mr. Dorian?
Well, it's much, much better with you nearby.
Uh-huh. Let me just get over here a little bit. Yeah, he's the creepy guy. Question. Okay, let's see if we can actually ask him some stuff.
I'm afraid I don't know the gentleman. I don't get out much.
Okay, so you don't know nothing about Sam Augustini. Okay, I'm gonna ask you everything there is to ask you, sir. This is gonna be kind of annoying. What do you know about Dr. Pippin Carter?
That particular gentleman is a little too full of himself for my liking. I suppose he has reason to be, though, being a famous archaeologist and all.
Do you want to marry an archaeologist, Steve?
I don't know anyone that important, Miss Bow. Oh, wait! I saw him on the docks. He came in on the Andrea Doria. He had the biggest, heaviest trunk I've ever seen.
Corpse.
You know, it smelled kind of funny, too.
Yeah, like, I'm already fully keyed into what happened there. Archibald is dead. Archibald Carrington is dead. Steve carried his corpse out in the luggage, and the person who was there with him is colluding with either Dr. Pippin Carter or whoever is the villain, but yeah, Carrington is dead as far as I know. Okay, what do you know about the like racist caricature of an Irishman?
Oh, he's a decent fellow, I think, but sometimes I wonder if he drinks a little.
Yeah, I thought so. Thought you might say that. What do you know about the guy with the funny name?
Excuse me, are you having trouble with your throat, Miss Bow? Maybe you should drink a glass of water.
Yeah. What about other guy with a funny name?
I've never met the fellow. I do my own laundry, Miss Bow.
Uh-huh. What about my dad?
I've never had the pleasure of meeting your father, Miss Bow.
Uh-huh. What about Ziggy?
Oh, that dime store hoodlum used to lurk around the docks all the time.
That dime store hoodlum.
In a long while. He's a studious gentleman, isn't he? I wish he'd been there to help me when I was taking trigonometry.
The voice actor forgot to act for that one. He just actually is bad at trigonometry. Tell me about yourself, Steve Dorian the Steve Door.
Why, that's me, Miss Bow. Steve Dorian, stevedorian student. Remember?
You ask yourself if you...
What do you know about the Countess?
She's some really rich lady. I saw her on the docks one day. She met Mr. Carrington, as a matter of fact.
Yep, you told me that before. It was really helpful info, actually. That's how I knew they were in flagrante delicto. Malodorous buffoon featuring dime store hoodlum and stevedore and student. The Greek lady.
Isn't she a charming lady? A little eccentric, but I think that's colorful, don't you?
Okay, now I might be starting to come around on you. You'd fuck, you know, you'd fuck with a monster girl, maybe.
She's a lovely girl, Miss Bow, but she makes me just a little nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You think she's lovely, do you?
Well, sure. A man would have to be blind not to see that, right?
I think she wears a wig. She looks cheap.
Her hair looks real to me.
How come she makes you nervous? You're big enough to take care of yourself.
Well, she's kind of pushy, if you know what I mean.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
What?
And I don't
Girly,
think she's
calm
your
down.
type.
Could we talk about something else?
I suppose so, since this topic seems to make you nervous.
Amazing. Okay, and then what do you know about Wolf Heimlich?
Oh, he's an okay Joe, I guess. He sure takes
An
his
okay
job
Joe?
seriously.
An okay Joe. That's not how I would have described him. And what about the Egyptian guy?
He's that hot-tempered Egyptian fellow who was shouting at Dr. Carter that day on the docks. He seems nice enough now. Maybe Dr. Carter just said something to set him off that day.
Katie. What do you know about the New York Daily Review News Tribune?
That's a fine paper, Miss Bo. I try to buy a copy for my mother now and then, when I can. She loves to read the advice columns.
Okay. Poppers.
I really admire the police. They put their lives on the line just to keep us safe.
Unbased Steve.
I do my own laundry.
I do my own laundry. Okay, dude. Alright, dude. Alright.
Working at the docks is just a temporary thing. I'm going to support my mother and myself as an artist someday, as soon as I graduate with my art degree.
Uh-huh. And what about this museum?
The Leindecker is one of my favorite places in the whole world. I've never seen so many wonderful things in one place before.
Do you like living in New York, Mr. Dorian?
I suppose so, but I've never lived anywhere else, so I don't have much to judge by. I know some folks like to, but I never go to places like that, Miss Bo.
That was the speakeasy. I gotta remember to say what I'm asking. I gotta be an entertainer. Wanna be an entertainer. You think he protests too much? It's possible. What do you know about my notebook, sir?
You carry a notebook, I carry a sketchbook sometimes. I used to anyway. The boys at the dock tease me about it.
Well, kill them. Kill them. I'm not even kidding. What about my magnifying glass?
I suppose your magnifier helps you in your investigations, Miss Bo? You're the most remarkable woman I've ever met.
Don't fucking choke. What is noise you made at me? Hold on. What about my water glass?
Miss Bo, if you're thirsty, I'll go get you something to drink. You don't have to carry that glass around.
It's okay. Alright, now what do you think about the year 1926?
Has 1926 been a good year for you, Mr. Dorian?
Yes, Miss Bo, it has. I'm enjoying my sophomore year of college very much.
Why is sophomore capitalized?
You're attending college? What's your major?
Art. I hope to be a famous painter someday.
Didn't he already tell us all this?
That's wonderful, Mr. Dorian.
Oh, it's no big deal.
Alright, lastly. No, not lastly. I'm gonna ask you Egyptology.
Do you know much about Egyptology, Mr. Dorian?
I'm afraid I don't. I wanted to take a class in it this semester, but I couldn't quite manage it.
Huh? What about the
What
burglary?
do you make of the theft of the dagger, Mr. Dorian?
I think it's awful, Miss Bow, just awful.
Who do you suppose could have done it?
I have no idea who could have perpetrated such a terrible thing. I just hope they get what's coming to them, that's all.
So do I, Mr. Dorian.
Okay, so he didn't tell us anything useful. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. One second. What am I gonna call this one? Come on, let me rename. Oh, I see what's happening. I'm gonna call it Pet Creeper. That's what we're gonna call this one. Which, by the way, means compulsory heterosexuality, if you're not familiar with the lesbian jargon.
You're interested in the great art, no? Then you should come with me this evening. I'll give you the personal tour of the old master's gallery.
Well,
I guarantee that you will not be wasting your time. You will enjoy it very much.
Well,
You are studying the art at the université, no?
Well, yes, but...
Then it is settled. I will give you the private tour in a little while, no?
But
There is no need to thank me yet. I will be enjoying it as much as you will.
Okay, so I need to figure out how to find them to do that. So I'll probably need to go into their mastodons. Oh, looks like everybody's gone, or at least everybody on this screen and the screen in the middle. I assume that means everybody's gone. Hold on, let me, first I'm gonna do this.
The bottom of...
Oops, what?
You hear nothing.
Okay, now I want to go. It takes so long to walk. Oh, lady, you can do the screen transition, I promise you. If I click on the edge of the screen, that's where I want you to go. Yay, I can molest them. No, not molest. I can bother their mastodons. What is it he says? Not molest. It's definitely not molest. Spooking their mastodons. Yeah, spooking. Okay, so now I go like this, and I go like this, and I go like this.
Under close inspection, you can see that this pile of bones could indeed be assembled to resemble the skeleton of a mastodon. Determining whether or not the reproduction is at all accurate is beyond your expertise. In every respect, it appears to be untampered with and normal. In every apparent respect, this is a perfectly normal million-year-old chunk of a prehistoric creature's endoskeleton.
Why do you have to say it like that? Why did you say it all like that? That was the weirdest possible way you could have said that. She was just scratching.
Up close, this is an impressively realistic model. The animal's hide appears to be either very real or a spectacular fake, and the stitch marks are beautifully hidden. You find nothing that arouses your suspicions. A fairly accurate model of Struthiomimus, or ostrich mimic. Suspended overhead by thin wires, the pterodactyl frozen in mid-swoop presents a most horrific tableau. Looking at the pterodactyl from here through the magnifying glass is pointless. The Struthiomimus is just an innocent bystander in this mystery. Please don't disturb it. Don't touch it. The male and female Triceratops look every inch the proud parents. Looking carefully, you determine that the models in the diorama are very well made. It's a very big painting of a Spinosaur.
Okay. Madam. Thank you. Oh my god. How much museum is there? How am I supposed to... Oh my god.
An empty chest from the 15th century. Although the carvings on the exterior are crude, cut into the wood by someone with little talent or ability for wood carving, the chest now resides in a museum, simply because it's old. An empty kind of makes you stop and think, doesn't it? The chest feels like wood, and you get a small splinter in your finger when you rub your hand over the carving. Well-timed it is. The carvings on the chest depict gnomes leaping through shrubbery. You hear nothing. You hear nothing. You hear.
Okay. There's too much. There's too much. I don't know how to actually. Okay, hold on. Which way did I come from? I love fucking sprite art, you guys. Holy shit. Oh, that's incredible. Katie, I promise you, I will play the game. Please stop telling me exactly how to beat the game, like beat for beat, at every little opportunity. Okay, I actually need to take a break. And this is an amazing time to take a break. Okay. This is incredible. We're gonna... All right. I will be back in 3 to 5 minutes. And we will check out this T-Rex when I do. See you soon. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Uh-huh. Actual scene. By the way, they're straight. By the way, all those characters. Because it was because there was an evil miasma. Where here was long The funny thing is, Wildbow is asexual. Hello again. It's me. I'm back. Let's get back to it. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for him. All right, let's check out this motherfucker.
The sign says, "Push button to hear Rex speak."
Oh no.
Welcome to the Linedecker Museum Dinosaur Display. My name is Rex, and I'd like to tell you about myself. I'm a type of dinosaur known as Tyrannosaurus Rex, which means King of the Tyrant Lizards. Although I was not the largest type of dinosaur, I was the largest predator ever to walk the earth. Some of my friends were 40 feet long and weighed 8 tons, with teeth that were 6 inches long. Your modern elephants don't weigh more than 6 tons. I lived between 250 and 65 million years ago, during a period known as the Age of Dinosaurs, also called the Mesozoic era. The first complete skeleton of a Tyrannosaurus Rex was found just 24 years ago in Montana in 1902. Although there were many meat-eating dinosaurs, I was considered the best killing machine who ever lived. Speaking of which, I'm feeling a bit hungry. Would you like to volunteer to be my next meal?
Normally, yes, but your voice has turned me off. Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. But I'm not into it. I would be into getting eaten by a T-Rex, just not by you. Sorry, bud.
A metal button embedded in a wood sign on a pedestal. It looks like an admirable reconstruction of fake, leathery reptile skin. It looks like an iguanodon, up close and personal.
Yeah, definitely
a small sign identifies this dinosaur as an iguanodon, which means iguana tooth. However, from the Tyrannosaurus rex's point of view, this dinosaur could be identified as dinner.
True. So true, bestie. So true. I don't know what we're supposed to be finding here.
A sign on this dinosaur bone display says, "Please touch." Either these bones feel lonely, or the museum wants you to learn more about the bones by coming into close personal contact with them. You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Oh. This game is so fucking stupid, you guys. Oh my god, I was not prepared for it to say that. Why did it say that? Also, I can't save now for some reason.
Although you're tempted to touch a fine painting of a mighty Dr. Earl Douglas from the Carnegie Museum of Natural History believes that current Brontosaurus displays have the wrong heads mounted on their skeletons. However, Dr. Othniel Marsh, who originally discovered the Brontosaurus, believes that the heads on current displays are correct. Only time and more fossil evidence will conclusively prove which of these esteemed gentlemen is correct.
Oh crap. Okay, I was gonna save it and pause for a second because I need to go, I need to go get a package from the door, but, I apparently can't pause it here for some reason, so I will, I'm so sorry about that. I forgot I had a package coming today that I had to, like, sign for and stuff. It just happened to come, like, 5 minutes after I finished my first break. Okay, so I just stole a bone. We listened to the T-Rex tell us about the museum, and then I stole a Brontosaurus bone. Can I bone things? Bone.
While this is an interesting approach, it serves no... Okay,
I can't bone things yet.
While this... A magnifier...
Alright. Believe we are done in this room. Okay, so this is this room. Go... Bone.
While this...
Okay. No bone... No bonomancy. No bonomancy allowed. Okay, so in there is the room with the armor and the other doors. I'm gonna go in here again. I'm gonna go over here.
Achtung! Terrorists are not allowed in this room at this time. You are disturbing the paintings. Raus! You leave now! Mach schnell!
Alright. Well, we found... Oh, there's something shiny over there. We found Werner von Zimmel, or whatever his fucking name is. Nothing else in here. All right.
A house pet, tastefully prepared for battle in 16th century armor. The suit of armor is empty, A fine example of Maximilian armor, made in Germany in 1505. The steel has a characteristic silvery color. Maximilian armor was first used in Milan, which set the fashion for all Europe in matters of dress and armor. The armor of Gallio de Genouillac, 1465 to 1546, distinguished member of one of the great feudal families of France, who served as a warrior under Charles VIII and was master of artillery for Louis XII and Francis I. The structural features of the Genouillac armor, dated 1527, indicate that it was made by an armorer who knew every trick of the art. The helmet and colleton offered complete protection for the head, and every surface is curved to deflect arrow, lance, and sword. The helmet also has vision slits, ample for sight, yet narrow enough to prevent a weapon from entering. The helmet is reinforced with a forehead plate and a rondelle in the nape of the neck, a weak spot in the human anatomy. The armor of Anne de Montmorency, Constable of France, won at the Battle of San Quentin on August 10, 1577. Thin and comparatively light, 50 pounds, it was worn by a man of 64 years, which was quite old for that time. This armor is a 3/4 fighting suit. Its illustrious occupant met his death at the Siege of Saint-Denis in 1567, at which time the armor came into the possession of the first Earl of Pembroke, who led the English knights into battle.
Thanks for the follow, by the way, Cora. I don't know if you're actually tuned in, but I appreciate it. Let's check out this painting.
A painting of The Black Prince as a Fierce Baby by Ed Botticelli circa 1560. The cheap wood frame is by the Leyendecker Museum circa 1925. The armor of this...
What is this armor lord?
Surviving examples of 14th century armor are rare. This armor is from Chelsea circa 1400, showing a decorative fabric covering riveted to the plates. It has a fine globose brigandine with a deep skirt built of large shaped plates.
Amazing. Yeah.
A round periwinkle blue window of a type often called a rose window.
Oh, it's so funny. Okay, I feel like we've done enough inspecting armor to last a lifetime. What are these?
The Earl of Carlisle's motto at the top of this flag reads, Volo non valeo, which means willing but not able.
Yeah, oh baby.
This unique banner, which belonged to the Earl of Cholmondeley, bears the motto Virtus tutissima capis, which means virtue is the surest helmet. Unfortunately, the Earl didn't live very long after he came up with this motto. He lost his mind when a common foot soldier kicked him in the head after he fell off his horse. He was wearing full plate armor, except for his helmet. His friends had warned him about not wearing a helmet, but the Earl was known to be quite headstrong.
Oh, you subscribed!
Addled by the blow to his head,
nice.
the Earl walked straight into the River Thames.
I don't have any stream
Since plate armor doesn't float very well, the Earl of Cholmondeley immediately sank to the bottom of the river and was never seen again. In fact, he's probably still there.
These are some serious fucking info dumps. Do I want to click the rest of these flags? What's this thing on the wall?
A rare 17th century English tapestry which tells the story of Teutonic warrior cockroaches that crossed into England from Germany and besieged the castle of Rochford-on-Essex. Although the cockroaches managed to storm the castle walls after a 90-day siege, the knights of the castle managed to squash the invaders when they reached the castle's inner keep. Since that great battle, the castle of Rochford-on-Essex has been free of cockroaches. Unfortunately, it has
now
also
I
been
don't
free
know
of
how much to
humans.
believe any of what we
1 year
just heard.
after the Great Battle, everyone in the castle died of the plague. Shortly afterward, the castle fell into disrepair
all of
and
this is
sank
fake,
into the
isn't
swamp.
it? All right, I'm getting out of here. I love that that one of the options on my cursor is bone. I just keep. What? What is this? What is this? What is this? You all user interface. You all user interface.
The door is locked. When you touch the doorknob, you get a heavy coating of dust all over the palm of your hand.
Okay. So what's down here? Oh, more of the Egyptian exhibit.
The mummified corpse of Amenophis III, also known as Amenhotep III, or Memnon by the Greeks. He built large temples to Amon Ra, both at Karnak and at Luxor. In the 5th year of his reign, Amenophis marched into Nubia to quell a mighty rebellion. He also ruled over the Mesopotamians, since his kingdom was quite large. We also know that Amenophis was a mighty hunter who slew 102 lions during the first 10 years of his reign in his spare time.
Girlie, we do not need the gossip.
Now he's dead.
All right. Pog, I guess.
You closely examine the glass case, revealing the scratches caused by a few clumsy tourists, but nothing else of interest. The placard says, "This is a granite stele depicting Horus and Thoth, found in the Temple of Amon Ra." This stele was modified during the reign of the pharaoh Akhenaten, then restored during the reign of Tutankhamun.
Okay. Alright, great.
A sepulchral stele found in a tomb of the 6th dynasty. It tells the story of Una, born during the reign of King Tita, who served under Tita's successor Pepi.
Wow.
Una died during the reign of King Murena, full of days and honor.
Just so much to think about, huh?
The granite is cracked.
Is there gonna be a test? I mean, yes, there
A
literally
sturdy
is
window
gonna
that
be a
looks
test,
out
by
on
the
the
way, but
city
not
of
on
New
this.
York.
Sorry, hold on. The city of New York.
This is part of a sturdy window that looks out on the city of New York.
The city of New York. I don't know why the narrator's so horny for everything. It makes me uncomfortable. You need to go all the way over there to touch it?
Don't touch the exhibit.
Woman. Girly pop. You didn't need to go all the way over there for that.
The granite is cracked. This is a granite stele depicting Horus and Thoth, found in the Temple of...
Is there really nothing in here? Is there any reason to examine any of these exhibits?
It looks remarkably like a glass case in the shape of a pyramid.
Aha! Aha!
A small card informs you that this case contained the famous Dagger of Amon Ra, which is now missing.
The famous Dagger of Amon Ra! Girly, what is going on?
It looks remarkably...
Oops.
Congratulations, you've cracked the case of the Dagger of Amon Ra.
Awesome! Awesome! I cracked the case!
This is a magnified part of the ancient Egypt exhibit.
Okay, I really can't examine this anymore. I cracked the case, guys. Hey, guess what? I cracked the case.
This is part of the base. This pyramid is a model of the Great Pyramid of Cheops, Khufu, as it appears today. Originally, the entire surface of the pyramid was covered with smooth, polished limestone. This covering has worn away over time to reveal the stepped surface we see now. The base of the Great Pyramid covers 13 acres and was built with over 2 million stones to a height of 480 feet. Construction took 30 to 50 years.
What are you doing, stepped surface? I can't believe I shattered the fucking case. That's so stupid. That looks important.
You're in the ancient Egypt.
Yeah, I read the paper on the wall.
Ironically, there's a gold Ankh medallion, the ancient Egyptian symbol of life, resting in the pool of blood.
The pool of blood? The pool of blood. Can we get more about the pool of blood?
You pick it up and place it in your purse. Don't touch it. Apparently, the shoe's owner stepped in some of the blood. It apparently belongs to a dainty foot.
I feel like we're missing a lot of context that it expected us to know already.
Apparently, the shoe's owner stepped in some of the blood. It apparently belongs to a dainty foot. There's a narrow red footprint from a woman's high-heeled shoe on the floor.
Yeah.
Don't touch that footprint. You could smear it and ruin the evidence.
Oh, this is supposed to be a full footprint of somebody who was wearing high heels. It's just really hard to tell because of how low res it is. Okay, oh, got it. Got it.
Now you're just grasping. Questions are a burden to others. Answers are a burden.
Okay. Oops.
To maintain a sense of realism, the watermark says that this Rosetta Stone text was printed on papyrus, the equivalent of the paper of ancient Egypt. Apparently, it was cheaper than printing the translation on a piece of black basalt.
All right.
This placard describes the full translated text on the Rosetta Stone, which still resides in the British Museum. In summary, the text records the decree made at Canopus by the priesthood in honor of the pharaoh Ptolemy III, Euergetes I, who reigned from 247 to 222 BC. The decree discusses the great benefits which the pharaoh had conferred on Egypt, and states what festivals are to be celebrated in his honor, concluding with orders that a copy of the decree in hieroglyphics, Demotic and Greek shall be placed in every large temple in Egypt.
Yeah, Katie, I can't imagine why.
A mummy coffin built during the 19th dynasty. Inside and outside, both coffin and cover are decorated with large figures of gods, vignettes, and inscriptions from the Book of the Dead, as well as emblems and decorations painted in bright colors.
Be nice.
An outer mummy coffin, whose cartouches identify the occupant as Hatshepsut, the female pharaoh, daughter of Thothmes I. The inner coffin is located to the right of this one. An inner mummy coffin which was contained in the exterior mummy coffin to the left. Identified from the cartouches on both coffins, the occupant was probably Hatshepsut, the female pharaoh, daughter of Thothmes I.
It's okay.
Hatshepsut built the magnificent tomb temple at Deir el-Bahri and ruled for 20 years with her lover Senmut. At her death, Hatshepsut's successor tried to erase all memory of her by destroying her statues and obliterating her name from her various monuments. A close look at the dagger reveals the words, Made in Pittsburgh, stamped on the part of the blade that is not
Okay, so it's
buried
not the
in
real
Pippin
dagger.
Carter's chest. To your naked eye, the rough surface of the dagger handle doesn't appear to hold any fingerprints, but that's something for the coroner to examine in detail. The red fluid appears to be blood. This might explain Dr. Carter's pale appearance.
Curly Pop!
There are no signs of scratches or bruises on his flesh. This could mean that the murderer, assuming this wasn't a suicide, knew Dr. Carter well enough to get close and stab him without arousing any suspicion. Or it could just mean that Dr. Carter was completely taken by surprise when someone assaulted him from the shadows. The flower is fake. It has no detectable smell. A tube runs from the back of the flower, behind the lapel, down to a squeeze bulb inside the vest. When you squeeze the bulb, a weak stream of water squirts you in the eye.
Why did he have a squirty flower lapel? What? Why would that be the case?
A close look reveals that Pippin kept his ears very clean. There are no signs of... or it could... His right eye is somewhat bloodshot, as if he's been working long hours recently in preparing the ancient Egypt exhibit for public display. The pupil is very small, which is either a reaction to bright light or to a sudden shock of some kind. The jacket is free of blood, but there is a bluish
do you
stain
want a
on
knife
one
to be
lapel.
involved too?
A close look and sniff at the stain makes you think that it's grape juice. The bulge on one side is ruining the carefully tailored lines of the tuxedo. The red fluid appears to be blood. The jacket is free of blood, but there is a bluish stain on one lapel.
What? I would never.
A close look and sniff at the stain makes you think that the bulge on one side.
Okay, I think I've gotten
Upon
everything.
close inspection,
Let's...
Pippin's nose appears to be undamaged. Pippin has a glazed expression in his right eye, staring off into eternity.
I'm not
At least he faced his death with his eyes open. Pippin's ear, a red fluid appears. Dr. Carter seems to have suffered a severe trauma to his chest area. Pippin's pants are neatly pressed, but there are streaks of blood and a damp stain. From the smell of the damp stain, it appears that Dr. Carter was quite surprised by the stabbing.
Quite surprised by the stabbing. He pissed himself. Can you believe it? She's so fucking horny. Calmly sipping the dead man's pants. Do I take the knife?
You don't want to touch this dagger. It's evidence, and you don't know where it's been. His flesh. His mouth is gaping wide, showing you some fine dental work. This was a man who took pride in the appearance of his teeth. No cavities in his teeth. The tongue is arched as if to say, You're not sure if the gaping mouth means he was trying to scream or that rigor mortis is setting in.
Y'all probably can hear
his face
Katie's
muscles.
squawk in the background.
However,
there.
He has only been here a short time. Pippin isn't breathing, but you detect the smell of garlic on his breath.
Garlic?
It isn't a pleasant smell. That would be highly... Pippin's pants are neat...
Alright. I guess that's everything.
Pippin's shirt is immaculate, except for a few streaks of blood. His tie is partially undone, which is something that never would have happened if Dr. Carter had been allowed to notice it.
Okay, I think we got everything we can.
You scream like a banshee, lass. Did you kill the man then?
No, I just walked in here and found him.
I suppose that would explain your screaming then. Did you see the murderer?
No.
All right, I'll talk to you later after you've had a chance to calm down. Just don't try to leave the building.
Right. Okay, on to Act 3, I guess? Hopefully I got all the info I needed. Yep. On the cutting edge.
Excellent work. Your father would be proud of you.
What does that mean?
Having already interrogated the guests, Detective O'Reilly is now discussing the murder with the staff members as they leave the party. It would be best if you don't interfere.
Did that little, like, your dad would be proud of you thing indicate that I, like, had collected all the evidence or whatever? Like, because I have the magnifying glass and everything. Whoa.
Hi, Miss Bowe. I'm Ernie Leach. Dr. Carrington told me you could stay a while and talk to the staff. I've got to lock the doors, so just come and find me when you're ready to leave. Dr. C also has a key, but you don't want to bother him about that.
Thank you, Mr. Leach.
Just be careful where you go. Wolf will get upset if he finds you downstairs. See you later.
All right.
Did you manage to learn anything from your interviews, Detective O'Reilly?
Don't bother your little head about it, lass.
It's my job, sir.
This is an official murder investigation, Miss Bowe. Do not
Miss
be
Bowe.
interfering.
Oh, I don't mean to interfere. I just want to know what's going on. Any leads so far?
Dr. Carter died as the result of someone sticking a gift shop dagger in his chest.
Dagger?
What more do you need to know?
Well, for one thing, who did it?
Someone who didn't like him, that's my guess.
Brilliant deduction.
If you think that you can do better.
I can try.
Oh, wunderbar.
I'm
Now
pretty
we've got
sure
some
there's 2
amateurs
voice actors
involved.
total.
I may not be a detective, but I'm terribly clever. I've solved murders before.
Just stay out of me way, lass, and don't destroy the evidence.
Certainly not.
Yeah. Humph.
Great. So I'll probably be going for like another 15-ish minutes, maybe a little longer, depending upon what's going on when we get to the top of the hour. Okay, I've got a bone, I've got an onk, I've got a cup.
You hear nothing of interest. You hear nothing. You hear.
Okay, the onk I don't think is going to be very useful for a while.
This door is locked.
Okay, so we can't go back and check in the gift shop.
You hear no.
All right. We're gonna head back here. Actually, wait. First, let's go over here and see if there's anybody in the left side, just to be extra double plus sure.
The museum doors are locked.
Okay. Nope, nobody over here. All right. So, time to head back to the exhibits. See what we can learn. Laura, Yvette, and the narrator are all the same lady? Yeah, I figured as much. So, who's the, like, transbian in the, like, preying on the poor women in the bathroom at the, speakeasy or flapper? Jane Jensen. Hell yeah. Get her in here. I'll suck her off. Sorry, what? Okay. Okay, now I can go in here because Wolf Heimlich is not going to be around. So let's do that. Oh, it's Archideld.
A typical light-hearted painting by anonymous Bosch called A Heartwarming Story, depicting dead humans being tormented by skeletons and demons in hell. The oil paint on the canvas is old and cracked, but you can still see the characteristic brush strokes of anonymous Bosch, who painted with human bones instead of brushes.
I don't think that's true. Ma'am.
Although the paint is old and cracking, the spirit of Cart Before the Horse by Suzetto live in Godoni, 1481. Two Brothers Drinking in a Tavern by Rick Morgan, Dutch master, 1444. A fine example of neo-quasi-Italian Renaissance sculpture by Alberto Ravioli. Sculpted in 1525, the humanoid statue is called, appropriately enough, Ruminations on Death and Dismemberment. It's one of seeming billions of ballerina sculptures that were made by Degas, who was something of a ballerina fancier. Art is Work by Fra Roberto Glisoni, painted in 1492, commissioned by Queen Isabella to keep him busy finding a new way to paint
I don't think
instead
that's
of
what happened.
discovering the new world, so that Christopher Columbus could do it instead. One of the many paintings in Michelangelo's Battle of the Nudes series. Portrait of a Young Man by Marcello Fleming, Italian master, 1550. Musings on Cyberspace by John Wentworth, the Flemish master, painted in 1533.
Alright, great. I've inspected everything. So go click this button.
The glint doesn't glint when you hold your finger on it.
I already did that, but weird. Aha!
Jeepers! The shiny key on the painting even feels real. Probably because it is. Although you have a natural attraction to shiny objects, this one is firmly attached to the painting and obviously can't be removed by hand. While this is... You hear nothing. While this is... This skeleton key is inscribed with eerily articulated markings, the weird orthography of a long-dead tongue. It offers no clue as to what it unlocks. Pandora's box, perhaps? Inspecting the painting carefully, you note the bloody quality of the red pigment and recall that Bosch was known for the use of
lying so much about
blood in his paintings. The skeleton key is firmly affixed to the Bosch painting with glue. You are unable to pry it off with your fingers, managing only to chip one of your fingernails.
No, my fingernail! Okay, so I need a knife, mayhap. Something like that, like a knife or something. It's, the dinker.
You hear muffled voices coming through the door to Yvette's office.
I know what to do about that. That's the dinker.
Thank you for coming to see me, Olympia. This is very nice of you.
You're very welcome, my dear. What can I do for you?
Oh, you see, I found this strange bone, and I said to myself, Yvette, if anyone can tell you what this is, it would be Olympia.
A bone, you say? How fascinating. Where did you find it?
I found it right here in the museum. Here it is, Doctor.
Now, let me see. Ha ha! Yvette, you silly girl. This is a chicken bone.
It is?
Yes, of course. Why, it is still greasy. You got this at dinner, didn't you?
Oh, you have caught me, Olympia. I was playing the little joke on you.
You are a funny girl, Yvette, but I am quite fond of
Yuri!
you.
Hog!
Olympia, we are the good friends, no? I have the problem I wish to talk to you about.
Oh, certainly. What is it?
Come closer so I can whisper it to you. It is very personal, and I want no one to overhear.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Uh-huh. Good.
The wall feels... It's a wrap. You feel a blush creeping over your face as you look at the perfect body of Rodin's famous thinker.
How repressed are you, girl? It's like... I'm sorry. Has anyone looked at the thinker and thought, God damn, that boy's sexy? That is not what the sculpture is about, even a little bit. Like, I have never looked at the thinker and thought to sexualize it in any way. Don't king shame. Okay. We are stretching the definition of king shame today.
You feel...
Let me get a closer inspection.
What perfect burnishing. You can't imagine how long it must take to create a thing of such beauty.
Oh, this game rules.
The giant lizards are displaying some rather uncivilized behavior. It's a rat, ready to pounce. Well, he would pounce if he wasn't stuffed. Cy Pembert, a formerly successful flax farmer from Nebraska, apparently strayed from a museum tour many years ago.
I'm sorry.
His remains were later found in a rarely used storage closet. Since he left no known survivors, the museum president decided to keep him on as a permanent staff member.
This is how skeletons
This office
in
is now
museums
his
work.
permanent home.
Just got a feeling that that's not how that works.
The cages are empty now. You can only guess at what they once held. There's an array of rare cockroaches in the display case.
Cockroaches? Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm sure this is gonna be very important.
A number of hieroglyphics are...
Yeah, I know there's a Rosetta Stone. I don't know anything about fuck. Okay,
It's an intercom slave unit. A magnified intercom slave unit. Feels like an
What is happening, guys? Oh, I'm supposed to speak into it.
Silence alone is... There was silence. Question.
Guess not. Weird.
The skull of the long-extinct horned rhesus, known in academic circles to be the source of much controversy regarding it as evidence for the extraterrestrial origin of primate evolution.
That's not real.
The bottle says, Dr. Moribund's guaranteed snake oil.
That says Mahmood, not moribund.
Good evening, Miss Bo.
Okay.
Oh, you startled me.
Good. It gets the blood flowing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I see we're looking at my snake oil.
Well, I was just looking around.
I'm sure you meant no harm.
What's the snake oil for, anyway?
It repels snakes, of course. Comes in handy when I'm working in the basement. I lost a load of Egyptian cobras down there a few weeks ago.
Oh, so I'll just get eaten by
come across
cobras if
one
I
of
go
those
into the
little
basement
darlings.
immediately, unless I get a bottle of
Those
snake
snakes always want to
oil.
bite me, but I'm sure
I
they
know
don't
how
mean
Sierra
anything by
games
it.
work, okay?
It's
I'm not
just
dumb.
their way. They get nervous very easily, you know. Normally, I love to watch them kill things. My Barney will kill anything he can sink his teeth into.
Charming.
Well, I'd like to chat some more, but I've got to rush off and meet that young Steve fellow. He promised to show me his scars. See you later.
Okay.
It's Barney, Olympia's pet cobra. Not a good idea. Silence alone. It is... You decide that's It's a rat, ready to pounce. Well, he would pounce if he wasn't stuffed. Don't touch the stuffed rat. You'll make him... A magnificent view of the night sky over New York City. Dr. Miklos has many scholarly texts. You see titles such as Common Bone Disorders of Jackals, Parker's Annotated Encyclopedia of Decay, Know Your Fractures, Mummification Techniques, Advanced Dental Identification, and Decomposition from A to Z.
Good.
The books are in fine shape, and none of them are dusty. Dr. Miklos must keep current with her reading.
Alright, I think that's everything.
That's not something you want to look at too. It's Dr. Miklos's PhD in paleontology from the University of Thessalonica, Greece. It says Dr. Olympia Miklos, Lifetime Achievement Award from the Society to Protect Misunderstood Inquilines. Thank you, dearest doctor, for helping people to truly appreciate inquilines. You are a true friend of the rat, mouse, pigeon, and cockroach.
Good.
It's Dr. Miklos's double master's degree in paleontology and physical anthropology from the University of Thessalonica. It's Dr. Miklos's PhD.
Okay, great.
There's an array. The giant lizard. You decide not. Don't touch it. You don't. Don't touch it. Don't touch.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously. Yeah, obviously. That's obviously how that works. Wait! Katie, you could have told me that touching the skull was gonna take me to the basement. I already knew that going to the basement was gonna get me killed. Oh wait, in the darkness of the secret passage. Yeah, black bats? Wait, what? What? Well, that's a real fucking problem. Yeah, we are very far back now. I was intending to save it just before I finished and left. I didn't know that poking the skull was going to get me immediately killed. Oh, Sierra Games. I really just got summarily executed for poking a skull. What in the hell? No, it's okay, Katie. I did need to find that secret passage, obviously. But man.
This is the life mask exhibit. You haven't seen this many dead-looking, expressionless faces since your accounting class at the university. This head is from the Mozambique area of Africa. How exotic. This head is from England. You ponder whether or not he always looked so grim. This is the life... It's the head of an Australian Aborigine. He looks elemental and wise.
Girl, what did that mean? Alright, I'm out. It's fine. Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, God. What do I still need to collect? Do I have the bone? Let me check if I have the bone first. I need to get the bone and I need to get the onk. I have the bone. I need to get the onk and I need to get the what was the other thing? Fuck. Yeah, I haven't found him. Fuck, what was the other thing? I got an onk and something else. I need to make sure that I get it again. It was like hidden somewhere. You wanna remember?
While this...
No, seriously, do you remember what the other item I had was?
Although there are a few...
Because I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. I'm pretty sure I can't go on yet. But maybe I'm... maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe it was just the onk that was missing still. So the other way was just the face exhibit. Let me just double check the other areas I can go to. Girl, just, girl, go! What are you doing? Go! Why was that so complicated? We got the bone from in here. Yeah, the key was glued down. This was highly recommended to me by Katie. As one of her favorite old games. I guess it was just the onk. Okay. Oh, yeah. Good Old Games has all the old Sierra games. GOG has all the old Sierra games, like packaged with a pretty good emulator, like pre-packaged, and you get like an official copy plus the what you need to run it. It works great.
The
I had to change
placard
a couple
says,
settings, which
this
was
is a
little
granite
complicated,
steel
but
depicting Horus and Thoth, found in the
great.
Temple of Amon Ra. This steel was modified during...
Okay. Just gonna get back to where I was then, and then I'm gonna save it, and probably quit here then.
Oh, On the top of the pedestal you see two imprints. One imprint is in the shape of the Dagger of Amon Ra, while the other imprint is where the edge of the glass case used to rest before you broke it.
You don't have to throw so much shade on me, girl.
The card identifies the slab of black the Rosetta Stone. You notice this inside the decree. Ironically, there's a gold Ankh medallion, the ancient Egyptian symbol of life, resting in the pool of blood.
Oh yeah, I should try zooming in on the Rosetta Stone. Good point. Aha! Aha! Okay, so I can translate that text. I will just scan these, and then I will use my own video as reference later. That's what I'll do. That's not how Egyptian hieroglyphics, by the way, but I'm sure you know that.
You pick it up. Apparently the shoe's owner stepped in. There's a narrow red footprint from a woman's high heel. When you read, you pick it up.
Wait, what?
A notepad made of good quality paper. There's an imprint on the paper from the previous message written on the pad, but it's too faint to read.
I guess so. I don't remember picking that up, though, is the thing. Weird.
You don't. You hear a disturbing gurgling noise when you poke Pippin in the chest. Dr. Carter seems to have... Pippin has a... Dr. Blood.
Okay, yeah, sorry guys, I've already done all this. I'm just trying to get back to where I was earlier. I died to a random fucking Sierra trap.
You scream like a banshee.
No,
no.
Doodaloo, 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 doodaloo.
Excellent work. Your father would be proud of you. Having already interrogated...
Hi, Mr.
Thank
Leech.
Did you manage to learn anything?
Don't bother.
It's
this.
oh
Duck.
well, Brit.
Oh,
I'm
just.
Okay. All right. Thank you all so much for coming. We had a lot of people today. Like for a stream for me, hitting like 10 viewers was crazy. So hey, thanks for coming, everybody. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna try to be streaming tomorrow, hopefully. I've just had a lot of stuff going on, but I should hopefully be available to stream more regularly for over this next week. So I'm gonna try. But yeah, more Lowbar soon. And probably gonna be playing Deltarune when it comes out, cause hell yeah. All right, see y'all later. Bye, 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 bye.